Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch today's video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you again for your support. I mean it. It really means a lot to me. If you are new here and you love handbags as much as I do, please consider subscribing and joining my growing community. You might notice I have a bit different background today. I'm just trying different things out. I'm actually moving in a few months, so I did a big clean out last weekend, and as a result, I have this empty bookshelf here, so I threw a few bags on them and decided to film here today just to give my background a little something extra. And when I move, I want a dedicated filming space with a shelf where I can store my bags and have them visible in my videos, because I love that when other YouTubers do that. So today I'm gonna be doing a review of the Gucci GG medium, it's the Gucci GG Ophidia medium tote bag. I think that's what it's called, or Ophidia GG medium tote. It's hard for me to remember with Gucci because so many bags have Ophidia and tote with them. But this is the GG Supreme medium tote bag. So I did show this bag in what I got for Christmas video, and I've had a chance to use it several times, and spoiler alert, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite bags, but I wanted to come on here and do a review of this bag because I just haven't seen any reviews of this bag. I've only seen a couple unboxings. Of course, it is not a perfect bag. I have yet to meet the perfect bag. So like any other bag I have, it has its pros and its cons. But overall, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites, and I'm gonna give you all a tour of the bag. I'm not gonna do a what fits inside except for one item, because I think it's important that people know that you can get this item in this bag. And then I'm going to talk about the features that I like and the features I don't like. Not in that order necessarily, but I think you'll be able to follow along. So what I love about it is I'm just really like the Louis Vuitton monogram. I am a sucker for this GG web print. I think that's what it's technically called, the Gucci monogram. I just think it's absolutely stunning and beautiful. And when you look at it from a distance, like, it's not easy to see their double G's. I just think it's a beautiful pattern. It's a beautiful color. I absolutely love it with the red and green stripe down the front and the nice matching, it matches to the double G's and the webbing leather on the sides. I just think it's really stunning and really beautiful, and I just love it. This bag has been a great bag. It is not too big to be an everyday bag, and this is gonna be a perfect underseat carry-on bag on the plane because it will be able to hold everything at least I need. So it does have the double G's here on the front. The back is the same, minus no double G's here. It's got these nice sturdy leather top handles which stand up on their own, which I actually like. I've taken this out to eat 3 times, I think, and all 3 times I had it sitting on the chair next to me. Go with an odd number of people. Then there's gonna be an extra chair where you can put your bag. So that's what I try to do, and that's what I did. But it was really easy to just grab this and go, versus something like the Alma here, which I love, but the handles don't stand up on their own, really. You can get them to stand up, but they fall down. Not a big deal. I love this bag, but I did love how the handles on this bag stood straight up, so I could just easily grab it. On the sides here, you can see it continues with the GG print. On the bottom, it's got a strip of leather there, no feet. I don't mind that. I'm not a believer in feet protecting the bottom of bags, honestly, unless the entire bottom of a bag is so stiff and sturdy, it's gonna touch the bottom of whatever, or it's gonna touch whatever surface you're on. There might be 4 feet here that protect the sides, the very edges of the bag, but the whole middle would be sitting on whatever surface you put it on, unless there's a 5th foot on the bottom. And I honestly, I like when bags have feet, I guess, overall, but I like the look of bags without feet. There's nothing sticking out down here, which I just think makes it more streamlined and more beautiful. So for me, feet are not a big deal. Now you will see the side, see this here? It bulges out a bit, and it bulges out a bit on this side as well. That's because to get it zip closed, they have to pinch it in. So you're gonna have these bulging sides here. Now, one thing you can do is push them in. And this is how I had always seen this bag before I bought it. I believe even on the Gucci website, they have them pushed in, and you can see it's flat here. There's no bulge. And I like the look of this better, I would say, than when the sides bulge out. But when you go in and out of the bag, the sides always pop out. So if you want this look, every time you close the bag, you're gonna have to push these sides in. Who wants to do that? I certainly don't. So I just let them stay out. I think that's the way the bag is made, and it doesn't bother me, but that's just one thing to consider if you're looking at this bag online. It's gonna take a little bit of work to keep it with the flat sides, because again, you're constantly gonna have to push these sides in after every time you open it. On the top, it's got this nice gold zipper here, buttery smooth, great zipper, great quality. I mean, this, of course, it's Gucci. It's amazing quality. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I also like the zipper pull here with the little GG charm hanging on the end of it. I think it gives it a little something extra, but it takes function away, in my opinion. If you can see here, it is from the zipper here. It is just a little chain with this double G here. So you don't have a lot to grab onto when you're trying to line the zipper up. And I'll show you that, because the zipper does come completely off, so you can open it up and get in it. So when you're trying to line the zipper up here, it's not gonna work if you grab onto the charm here. You have to really go really close to the chain, and then you have to, see, it's difficult to do more in the position I'm sitting in than it is to do up when it's on your shoulder with the shoulder strap. However, if you carry it top handle, you are not, and see the side popped out, but if you carry it top handle, you are not gonna be able to zip this up holding onto the bag by the top handles. You need two hands to line the zipper up and zip it closed. Or I should say, you don't need two hands to zip it closed. When I carry a top handle, I only unzip it that far, and then I reach in and grab what I need and zip it back up. So it does work as a top handle perfectly fine, and I used it that way one day when I was out, because I do like carrying bags by the top handle sometimes. But again, I didn't unzip it all the way, and it worked perfectly fine. It's not gonna work perfectly fine if you're top handling it and you unzip it all the way. So that is one little downside. I think you're sacrificing functionality to get this cute little charm on the zipper pull, and I like the charm, and I've figured out ways that it works for me without being a hassle to zip it back up. On the front here, you have on one side a little ring, and you have a little ring on the opposite side on, well, this is the front. So on the front and the back, you have little rings on the opposite side that you can use to attach the shoulder strap. I'm gonna talk about the shoulder strap in just a minute, but first I wanna take you all on a tour inside the bag. So I did get an organizer for this. I got this from Etsy. I just put masks in the zipper pouch, but it does, you need it for something like this, because it really is just a big hole except for one zipper compartment here. And I like to have my keys and my wallet in their own pockets, so they're easy to grab when I am out and about, rather than digging through a bunch of stuff that's in the bag, which is basically an open hole. The inside, I think this is microfiber. I'm not the expert on materials, and I should in fact look this stuff up before I even film these videos, but it's very soft and it's in this like blushy pink color, which is really nice. And then you see there, you got your zipper pocket. It fills up this whole area here, which is nice to tuck something away securely. And then it's got the Gucci tab with the serial number underneath. So not much in the way of organization on the inside, but I've grown accustomed to that. And I'm kind of now glad bags have less of that in it, because you can determine methods that help you organize the way you want to organize. And so you can pick between, I think I got this from Etsy if I didn't say that, but you can pick from a variety of different inserts that give you the layout that works best for you. So it really, really nice, really soft inside. And you can see it holds a lot of stuff. But remember when I had the insides pushed in and I showed you one popped out? Well, now I've gone into it and they've both popped out. So I just leave it like this. I don't think it looks bad like this at all. I'll be curious to know your thoughts below. Now this bag holds a lot, so I'm not gonna do a what fits inside, like I said, but I did want to show you one thing, and I really wouldn't recommend doing this, but this is my 13-inch MacBook Air. It does fit inside. I can actually get this inside. It is a tight fit, and I don't know if I would ever really carry my laptop in this bag. It does fit, but it's pushing out right here. It's pushing out right here. I can feel it. It's hard. And I always just worry about doing damage to bags or really misshaping them. So if nothing fits, what am I trying to say here? So with all my bags, I don't do anything. Nothing goes in there that's gonna change the profile of my bag. So for example, on this Alma here, if it doesn't fit in a way that this is not gonna bulge out at all on the sides, it's not going in there. Because I've seen a lot of busted Almas on Fashion File, The Real, all those pre-loved sites, because people have overstuffed and it's stretched the canvas out. That's just not something I'm going to do. So with this, you can get your 13-inch laptop in there. So obviously it's gonna fit a iPad Pro, I think even the biggest size, because that's 12.9. It certainly fits an 11-inch iPad Pro as well. So that's, to me, what will make this the perfect underseat carry-on bag, because I have to bring my 11-inch iPad with me whenever I travel, and I always want that under the seat in case I need it. So I need a good underseat carry-on that holds that. So you're gonna be able to get a lot of stuff in here, snacks, water, whatever you need. When I've used it like 5 or 6 times, it has not even been half full, but that's okay. It's still, like I said, worked for an everyday bag. Now, the big downside for me for this bag is the shoulder strap. I'm not very body confident, but I will try to remember to put a mod shot in here. But in typical Gucci fashion, I'm just not a fan of their shoulder straps. The first thing is, it doesn't have that extra keeper here like other bags do, the additional band that you put the strap through that keeps it flush. So it doesn't have that. And you can see I'm almost on the longest setting here. That's the shortest setting. I can't really go to the shortest setting because the end already is coming down over this D-ring, which I don't like. And if I add that extra length here, it comes down to about here, which I don't like that. It's too long. Also, I complain so much about shoulder straps being too short This one is too long. I'm 6 foot tall, and when I carry it on this setting, it does sit lower on me than I would normally like a bag to sit. It works. I've used it with this strap. It works. It's fine. It's just a little too low for me, but it works crossbody. I'm not a fan of carrying things crossbody. It's not comfortable for me with, a strap like right up against your neck half the time. So it is pretty long, but it's got really nice hardware, and I guess this would be like a lobster clasp here. And then you just, attach it there, attach it on the other side, and then you got a shoulder bag. I like to carry it with the handles up, but you can also carry it with the handles down, but I don't particularly like the look of that because it pulls this side up more, and it doesn't really stay up if you try to even them out, and they don't lay flat. But for me, it's worked carrying it with the handles up over my shoulder, and I actually like the look of that. I did think about taking this somewhere and getting some additional holes put in so I could shorten the strap, but the problem is the shorter I make the strap, the further and further this piece hangs down beyond the lobster clasp, and I just don't like the look of that. But it does have the really nice gold hardware. It's leather, it's good quality, no complaints there. I just wish it was designed differently. I wish the buckle was up here instead of down here, and you had a lot more holes so you could make it shorter or longer without having it dangle further down if you go shorter. And I don't know why they don't include that extra keeper here. It flops around. I'm not crazy about the look of that. So I did go ahead and I found another shoulder strap on Etsy. So I actually really, really like this shoulder strap. I think it looks really good, and it's a cloth material, so it's fully adjustable here. You can make this as long or short as you want. And I think it really matches the bag really well. The brown matches the leather. Then you have the tan stripe that matches the monogram, and then you have the green and red stripe there as well. And I think that looks really nice, and it's so much more functional than the strap that came with it because I can make it as long as I want or as short as I want. So I think it was around $30 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but just keep that in mind. If you buy this bag and you are short, it is gonna be too long to wear over the shoulder. It will probably be fine crossbody, but it's just a really long strap, and I believe this is technically in the women's line. So I was really surprised when I got it home and tried on the shoulder strap to find out how long it really is. Other than that, I think I've covered everything. This is absolutely one of my most favorite bags. I look at it all the time. I just think it's so beautiful, and I will be using it as an underseat carry-on bag. I think it's gonna be perfect, and I will probably just carry it top handle, which I like because then I'm not dealing with a strap underneath the seat. And it may, in fact, depending on the seat, even be able to stand up without lying it down. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts. This is just a gorgeous bag. So if you are interested, I would consider checking it out, and I will put the link below. And thank you again for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.